Hey, I'm Pammy. Welcome to my closet. All right, here's another mystery of the universe. We'll just start out with this. Why is it no matter where I position my camera, no matter where I tilt my head, put my eyes, what I do, even if I flip the camera and just look at it from the back instead of looking at myself while I speak, it just doesn't look like I'm looking straight ahead. It looks like I'm always looking down into an angle, driving me nuts. I've Googled it. No answers. Have yet to figure it out. So, hey, if you know how to make it so it looks like we are making eye contact, hey, please. Wow. Hanging out in the closet, I'm Pammy. Yeah, that's what we do. Who's we? Me and you and the two other people that watch these, like my husband and my cat. Okay, I don't have a cat. My corgi, she just looked at me. We have a cat? No, it's just something you say. No, it isn't. I wanted to talk about verbal things today. I'm mouthy. I try to be tactful, but I'm not very good at it. I'm being honest. I had a friend tell me a story that she remembers from ages. Like, I barely remember it. I mean, I do, but it's like, telling her that she had bad breath and we weren't going out until we figured that out because it wasn't going to work too well for her. And I just remember we didn't really solve it. We just decided to go out anyway. And pretty soon everybody's alcohol breath was the same. It didn't fucking matter. Right? I don't know. But I was just like, hey, no, you can't. She doesn't mind me telling that story. Anyway, yeah, because I told y'all who she was. I wanted to talk about verbal things, though. And I probably get that harshness from my family. Likely get that from my family. They were the Louds. Do you remember the Louds from SNL? They all screamed when they spoke. Yeah, Lisa Loud. It was Gilda Radner. Okay, that's old stuff. Some of you kids have no idea. Anyway, the whole family yells. Yeah. My grandpa, boy, he'd get on the telephone. My grandpa was kind of actually one of the more soft-spoken people in the family. And he would get on the telephone and just start yelling. Well, you have to remember he was born in like 1809 or something. So still, he went from no such thing to, the big black... Ah! I'm losing my point. I'm talking about verbal stuff. A lot of people call it bullying, which I think really kind of reduces it, gives it even a lighter name than what it really actually is. It's just straight up verbal abuse. I just have to say it. Everybody seems to really talk a lot about physical abuse, and if with children, and they talk about sexual abuse, all hideous things. Hideous! Stupid. When it talks about verbal abuse, not like you, because not a lot you can do about it. The internet's just full of verbal abuse, right? President of the United States was being verbally abusive. Verbal abuse is really pretty common in America. And I was a sensitive kid. And my family, they dug the verbal abuse out. Thanksgiving, it was not exactly the coolest thing to get moved up from the kids' table because they argued. they just would fight. They'd fight over religion and politics and who knows. They'd just scream and yell. And then there was the direct stuff that was at me. The stuff about how I was fat. I was on Weight Watchers at 9 years old. I was fat, and it was an embarrassment. I was lazy. I'd be told I was lazy while I was doing the dishes. Because I might be doing them too slow or something. I don't know. My feelings, I don't want to sound like... I'm all right. Anyone who knows me, I always think, hey, you got cancer? Psh, you got this. Okay. I'm all right. I mean, but I'm not. I'm not all right. The things that I regret most in life are the things that I did not do because I didn't do anything but overthink them. I didn't overthink them because, that's what I meant to say. I sat around and overthink them because there was always these voices in my head. Oh, you can't make any money doing art. You can't make any money doing that. You're not talented enough. You're not smart enough. You're not pretty enough. Nobody likes fat girls on television. I had any dream or any dream, like when you were a kid or growing up as a teenager or what you wanted to be, or it all revolves around the fact that I couldn't do it because I was fat, I wasn't smart enough, or I wasn't talented enough. Which is a bunch of bullshit. First of all, I was talented enough. I skipped into art school and got in the art shows. I was smart enough because I graduated with honors, and I could have done better. I graduated with honors. I didn't graduate high school at all. That was 2 years of college, which took forever to go because I was mostly stay-at-home mom. And the only reason I went to college was because my mother kept telling me I was nothing because I didn't go to college. Yeah, and I racked up these student loans that were just incredible. Then they're going to give me some kind of, I hope, relief. And, well, you know what? I'm terminal. Hopefully we can hire a lawyer and stuff here and start getting some stuff straightened out, okay? Because we all know, let's be honest, I'm terminal. It may not be this week, this year. It could be next week. It could be next year. Exactly, just like you. But I have something. It's different when you are told that you have something that's going to kill you faster than the likelihood of getting struck by lightning or hit by a car. Okay? It's a whole different psyche. So back to the, verbal abuse. See, I'm terminal, so I'm having these thoughts and I have regrets, about stuff that I didn't have the courage to do because of these voices. These voices always revolving around, you're too fat. You're not smart enough. You're not pretty enough. I remember being told once when I was sad because I was in 5th grade and I didn't have a boyfriend. And I was like, don't worry, honey. Fat girls get boyfriends. Fat girls get married too. That was what she said. Fat girls get married too. My feelings were always wrong too. Growing up, my feelings were always supposedly inappropriate. So I never knew what to feel, but no one ever taught me what to feel. So I have emotions that go all over the place. It's been an actual disability. It has shenanigans. I don't know what to do with them. I was tortured through school because I was fat. I believed I was a piece of shit and I wasn't worth anything because that's what I'd grew up with and that's what I'd been told. And when the kids started teasing me, I, of course, was like, okay, yeah, I'm sure. It's, if, you knew me in high school, you were a jerk, right? Right? You know who you are. That's what I say. You always know who you are. I just think that we need to stop. We need to stop. I am a huge criticizer. I was criticized since the day I was born. I was criticized because I like to lay on my tummy and put my face on the edge of the blanket, which I did for 40 years. I like to put my nose on the edge of a blanket for 40 years. It was just a couple years after my husband, I actually put a blanket down. I was so insecure. And so frightened all the time. I'm always frightened. I just always frightened, just barreling through. Like when that guy pulled that gun on us, I was like, I'm like in this dude's face with my camera. I mean, the fucker could have shot me. I'm like, what? It's crazy, right? Gotta be nicer. I don't understand what this is about, just getting on and criticizing strangers on the internet. I don't get that, because I started out when the internet didn't even have pictures. One whole lot to criticize. Oh, your green typing is so offensive. No. Everybody just needs to chill out. Stop being mean to people. Stop being mean to your children. Really need to stop being mean to your children. If you're somebody who's being mean to your kid, ignoring your kid because your shit is more important, stop. Try to figure out how to stop. I know it's not gonna be easy, man, but you gotta stop. You gotta stop making yourself more important than your kids. Because I'm like, what? This is what happens. Look at this is what happens. You get cancer. Your kids get cancer. They're all screwed up in the head because you just told them their whole lives they weren't good enough. And not only weren't they good enough, but what their sister and brother did wasn't good enough either. And what the hell are you? Queen of the no one knows who the fuck you are. So, with the cancer, it just keeps coming up because I know that one day it's going to win. It's not negative thinking. It's just life. It's realistic thinking. I've already been kicking its ass, and I could kick its ass for some years to come. But at this point, I'm like, I need to get my life put on film for all the people who are missing out on me because they're assholes. Can you say that on the internet? I hope so. I don't hear that too much. Dennis Leary had that great song that suddenly came to mind. But mostly, I have regrets because of things that I didn't do as an adult because of my inner child was so beaten down. I still sometimes can't get up. It's a miracle that I'm here talking to you guys right now. But I said, no, I can't have regrets. I can't have some of these regrets. The voices that are going on up there, you really need to pay attention to not allowing them to tell you who you are. I told my daughter growing up, and she's independent, very independent. She doesn't even talk to me really. Don't ever let anybody tell you who you are. Not even your parents. Don't let that happen to you. Don't let your personality be stripped from you. And then be sitting here facing your mortality with all these regrets because really, I'm an adult. I'm 60 years old. It's a crying shame it took me this long to, see some of this stuff. But It is what it is. And anyway, I kind of try to give myself a limit here, and this is a long one. So I'm going to go do some art today. I ordered some equipment so that I can project some stuff and maybe do some different stuff that I've kind of always wanted to do. And we'll see how that comes out. Maybe I'll find my niche. All right, you guys, you have a great day. Thanks for tuning in. And hanging out with me in my closet and going through a acute myeloid leukemia with me and all the other craziness of the world. And take care out there. Duck! Have a good day. Love ya. Bye.